The next thing that we're going to do is just talk about a couple different ways to solve for or find equations of a line. Okay, the first is the one that most students are familiar with. Once again, I'm going to go through this quickly, so hopefully it refreshes your memory. You guys have done this on numerous occasions, I believe. Okay, so let's take a couple points to use in this. So can somebody give me a set of coordinates in the third quadrant? Luke. Okay, so -2 and then down 6. Okay, and then somebody else give me a set of coordinates for a point in quadrant 1. Yep. Okay. Right, so when we're looking at these 2 points, let's say we want to find the equation of a line that passes through these 2. Right, so here are the steps. Okay, the first is you need to find the slope. Okay, so once again, you can either count it or you can use the calculation method. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just use the calculation to talk through it. Okay, so the slope is the difference of the y's. So I'm going to start with 1 minus a -6 over the corresponding x values, 1 minus a -2. Subtracting is equivalent to adding the opposite. So I can simplify this. I get 7 over 3. Okay, were we expecting our slope to be positive? Yeah. Okay, so we find our slope first. Okay, slope is our m value. Okay, next, the second step is to find your y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept is our b value. And when we find our y-intercept, this involves several steps here. The first part of this step is going to be to plug in an ordered pair. For the x and the y coordinate. Then you're going to plug in the slope that you just found. And then finally, you're going to solve for b. All right, so in this step, again, it's a calculation-based step. We're going to take our slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, and we're going to plug in all those values. So we can pick either ordered pair or any ordered pair that exists on that line. So in this case, we can take the value 1 and 1. So our y value is 1. Our slope, which we just found, was 7/3. Our x value is 1. So we substitute that in. And our b value, we leave it as a variable, and that's what we're looking to solve. Okay, so when we go through to solve this, we get 7/3 plus b is equal to 1. Now, because I'm working in a fraction form here, I'm going to turn 1 into the same fraction. So 1 in terms of thirds is how many thirds? 3. So that's just going to make it easier for me to do my little hand calculation. As I subtract 7/3 from both sides, I get my b value is 3 minus 7, -4/3. So I found my y-intercept. Okay, once you find your slope and your y-intercept, now all you need to do is plug in the values for slope and y-intercept into the y equals mx plus b form. Okay, so my final step right here would be to take y equals my m value. So y equals my m value, which I found to be 7/3, x plus my b value, which I found to be -4/3, and that gives me my equation.